Today I bring you a video full of unexpected and fun moments in women's soccer. They will see plays they never imagined, crazy celebrations, and situations that will make them laugh and surprise you. During a Women's Champions League match between Chelsea and Juventus, it was momentarily interrupted by the invasion of a fan on the playing field in a reflex act, and with the clear intention of preserving the course of the game, the star of Chelsea, Australian Sam Kerr, intercepted the intruder in a fairly direct and physical manner, knocking him down to the grass before security members could reach him. The referee of the match admonished Kerr with a yellow card for his intervention. The final match of the 2016 Women's Under-19 European Championship between France and Spain. It was marked by a moment of disbelief starring the talented Spanish striker Najikari Garcia. With the score tight and the attention palpable in the atmosphere, Garcia found himself with a golden opportunity to change the fate of the match after a collective play that disarmed the French defense. The ball was at his feet, practically unopposed, and with the goal at his mercy, however. To everyone's surprise, his seemingly simple shot rose over the crossbar, unleashing a collective sigh of astonishment and frustration among Spanish fans. In the midst of an interruption in a Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games match between the Brazilian and Australian women's soccer teams, a curious and touching moment occurred that captured attention beyond. From the actions on the field, the experienced Australian player Lisa De Vanna, in a moment of pause to hydrate, took her water bottle upside down, preparing to drink without realizing the mistake. It was then that his teammate, the Liskel Long Knight, with a quick reaction and a complicit smile, intervened to accommodate the container, thus avoiding a small mishap. In a match between European women's teams, the competitive tension was momentarily relieved by an amusing slip by the goalkeeper of one of the teams willing to execute a goal serve to boost her team's attack. The goalkeeper prepared to hit the ball with the necessary power. However, in an unexpected twist, and to the amazement of players and spectators, her foot did not connect cleanly with the ball. The result was a failed contact, causing the ball to go out of the field, generating a banned serve for the rival team. The intensity of a match in three women's national teams rose to a high point when, in an attacking play, the ball hit the crossbar and bounced dangerously into the small area in an instinctive but clearly anti-regulatory reaction by a defender of the opposing team. Instead of trying to clear with his foot or head, he chose to stop the ball with his hands. This act, a flagrant violation of the rules of football, immediately unleashed angry protests from the attacking players of the rival team, who vehemently demanded the maximum penalty per hand inside the area. Now, we are going to a controversial situation. In a moment of high tension during an attack by the opposing team in a women's soccer match, a defensive player who had an advantage to stop a dangerous play made an unusual and unsportsmanlike mistake, completely forgetting the presence of the ball that was near the area. His attention was focused solely on stopping the advance of the rival forward, hindering her career. Towards the goal, this foul, clearly visible to the referee, did not go unnoticed, and the defending player was sent off right away. The dizziness of a counter-attack in women's soccer culminated in a play that was as unexpected as it was painful. After a powerful shot, the goalkeeper managed to deflect the ball, but the unfortunate trajectory caused it to impact directly in the face of the striker who generated the shot. The strong blow left the player visibly affected, to the point of causing her to cry from the impact. However, the action did not end there, since the fortuitous rebound of the ball, after hitting the player, entered the net. In a Women's Premier League match that faced Aston Villa and Manchester City, the Villa goalkeeper experienced an unfortunate moment that directly influenced the score after receiving a committed pass. The goalkeeper tried to clear the ball to remove the danger from her area. However, his execution was not as expected, and the clearance, imprecise, ended directly at the feet of an attentive Manchester City striker. The attacker, taking advantage of the rival goalkeeper's blunder, did not hesitate to control the ball and define precisely in front of the goal, unguarded in the same and vibrant match already marked by a previous error. Together with one of her defenders, she starred in a moment of confusion that culminated in a new setback for her team when she tried to execute a goal kick. Communication or execution between both players failed incredibly, leaving the ball dangerously close to their own area. The pressure from one of the City forwards was immediate, taking advantage of the defensive confusion to send the ball into the back of the net. With Reebok in favor, the intensity of a women's match was seasoned with a dose of irony when a player visibly disagreeing with the referee's sanction for a foul committed decided to express her disbelief in a rather peculiar way. Unable to accept the decision, the footballer opted for a theatrical mockery towards her rival by throwing herself onto the field. In an unfortunate move captured by the cameras in a women's national team match, this defender who was fighting to stop a rival advance was involved in a controversy where her rival grabbed her shorts to stop her clearance in the face of the rival team's attack. The action, although it momentarily stopped the attack, had the unexpected consequence of exposing the underwear of the affected defender just the moment she managed to clear the ball. The dispute over possession of the ball in the corner during an intense women's match became a small microcosm of the general battle on the field. The hand-to-hand fight between the players of both teams was fierce, each seeking to gain the advantage for their side, until finally the defense managed to clear the danger. However, the intensity of the struggle and the adrenaline of the moment did not dissipate with the release of the ball, but rather escalated to unleash a heated physical confrontation between two rivals. A blunder by the rival goalkeeper, who inexplicably failed to control or clear a dangerous center, left the goal completely unguarded before the eyes of three forwards eager to capitalize on the opportunity. However, in a sequence as surprising as it was frustrating for her team, the lack of coordination and haste of the attackers combined to ruin what looked like a goal. Instead of defining clearly, the three players hindered each other in their attempt to finish from the empty net, interfering with each other's movements, and ending up incredibly wasting an unbeatable scoring opportunity. This goalkeeper tried to relieve the pressure by clearing the ball outside her area, initially achieving it. However, the cunning rival forward intercepted the clearance by deflecting it towards the goal. In an unfortunate sequence, the ball fell at the feet of a fellow defender, who, faced with the loneliness of the goal, made a huge mistake by pushing it towards her own goal. At a crucial moment in the match against Arsenal women, these players executed a free throw play rehearsed to perfection. With impeccable timing, they simulated an error in the initial charge, completely baffling the rival defense. This intelligent tactical maneuver allowed them to surprise Arsenal by creating a clear goal opportunity thanks to the confusion generated by their apparent mistake. In an attempt to encourage her team, the goalkeeper approached a teammate to clash her fists. However, in the synchronization of the moment, she did not realize that another nearby colleague had also extended her fist to participate in the gesture of support. The goalkeeper focused on the first player inadvertently left her fist in the air of the second, creating a moment of discoordination in the midst of the fervor of the game. In the exciting match between France and Belgium, played in England as part of Group D of the Euro Cup, there was a moment of high tension when the experienced French defender Wendy Renard found herself in front of the Belgian goal to execute a penalty. Belgian goalkeeper Lisa Ebrard demonstrated her quality with a spectacular save deflecting Renard's powerful shot, however. Fortune seemed to smile on the French player again as the rebound was dangerously close to her feet, with the arc practically unguarded. To the surprise of the fans and the disbelief of her teammates, Renard, with all the arc at her disposal, inexplicably sent the ball deflected outside in a sequence as unusual as it was unfortunate, a penalty that the goalkeeper had managed to stop. It became the most unexpected own goal after the goalkeeper's double rejection. The defense, instead of removing the danger, inexplicably did not clear the ball, allowing it to roll meekly towards its own goal. In a match between Querétaro Femenil and Toluca Femenil, the Querétaro team exporter Marta Alemany made a mistake by not securing a ball within her own area. Since he tried to hold the ball between his feet, that he did not carry any danger. However, it ended up getting tangled. This imprecision was capitalized by Las Diablas forward Brenda Watch, who took advantage of the opportunity to pressure the goalkeeper with the ball and score the first goal of the match in favor of Toluca during a tense match in the Women's World Cup. An unsportsmanlike incident tarnished the competitive spirit. When the Cameroonian player Augustine Halloran Chute performed a regrettable act by spitting at the English footballer Tony Dugan. This repugnant gesture occurred at a moment of high intensity in the match, generating a wave of indignation and controversy both on and off the field of play. Tony Dugan's reaction, visibly affected by the assault. It reflected the astonishment and disappointment at such inappropriate behavior in an event of the magnitude of a World Cup. In a match between Milan and Roma, corresponding to the Women's Serie A, he offered a scene that quickly went viral due to its unusual nature. During a goal kick in favor of Roma, goalkeeper Rachel Baldi made the decision to restart the game with a short pass aimed at a teammate. But a clear lack of communication or concentration did not perceive that Baldi had already put the ball back in play. With the erroneous conviction that the goalkeeper would opt for a long serve, her partner made the surprising decision to leave the small area, leaving the ball completely unprotected and at the mercy of any rival player who might notice the situation as a result of his second ball strike. The referee didn't think twice and gave a straight red to the goalkeeper, who got into a fight with her teammate and left the field of play angrily during an Ajax women's match. Tension rose after the execution of a free kick that hit the post hard, leaving the ball dangerously close to the goal line. A forward of the Dutch team, finding the goal practically unguarded, and the golden opportunity to tilt the score in his favor, featured an amazing iron shot by sending the ball well over the crossbar, losing a goal that seemed to be sung. And finally, in an intense confrontation between teams, a shot aimed at the goal hit the post, generating a confusing situation that led to an unusual infraction. A player from the opposing team, in an apparent lack of concentration or momentary ignorance of the rules of the game, took the ball with her hands inside the area. This action did not go unnoticed by the experienced German striker Alexandra Pope, who had been the author of the shot and clearly witnessed her rival's infraction. Pope did not hesitate to angrily claim the clear hand before the referee, pointing out the flagrant violation of the rules and demanding the corresponding sanction for what was evidently a penalty in favor of the German team. And so, friends passionate about football we reach the end of this tour through the most unexpected and fun moments that the vibrant world of women's football has given us. If you like this video and want to continue enjoying more content like this, don't forget to like it. Subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss out on any of our future compilations, comprehensive analyses, and fascinating curiosities from the world of women's football. We encourage you to let us know in the comments below what your favorite moment of this video was, or if there's any other unexpected and entertaining play that you think we should include in upcoming installments. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family who love football so they can also appreciate these gems of the sport. In its female version,